That brings us to item number 11, which is our superintendent's report, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Hefner. Dr. Hefner.
Thank you, Mr. Gant, members of the board. Indeed, it is certainly an honor to be a part of District 5, and wonderful things are happening all across our district all the time, just as evidenced by all the recognitions we had this evening and the presentation by this wonderful group of students. One of the big things that occurred since our last meeting 2 weeks ago was that our own Dr. Akil Ross, principal of Chapin High, was named the National Principal of the Year by the National Association of Secondary School Principals on Friday in an event that we will all remember for the balance of our lives. And as Dr. Ross states so eloquently, this award is not just about him. It's a reflection of the caliber of folks that we have working at every level in our organization, and he shares that with all of our family members here in District 5. And so we look forward to honoring him for that award at our next board meeting. At this time, we'll go to our Chief Finance Officer, Mr. Lynn Richardson, for his report.
Thank you, Dr. Hefner. Members of the board, Exhibit C of your package, you'll see the monthly financial statements for the month of September, which means we are officially 25% through this year. The first couple pages of the revenue shows our revenue for the month of September of $6,048,225, and year-to-date, $26,373,930. At the very end of your report, with the expenditures, shows the month of September expenditures of $13,906,425, and year-to-date, $27,816,327. I would like to point out one thing. I always get accused of saying no and being the bearer of bad news, so I'm going to give you some good news here. On the page 1 of the revenue page, second from the bottom line is called the Education Foundation Supplement. I don't know if you recall during our budget discussions, I'd mentioned that the hold harmless provision had been put back into the state budget, but I was not sure whether or not we'd actually realize any funding from that. We have received 100% of what was budgeted, $455,769. So that is some good news for our budget this year. I'll be glad to take any questions that you may have at this time.
Any budget questions?
And if there are no questions, that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Hefner. That brings us to our public participation.